Good morning, everyone! It's me, Juni Purwood, and I am here with Shining Scion! And we are having tea time for the very first time. Welcome to the first quote-unquote episode of Varnish Teacakes. I am currently having some honey bush banana nut tea from Affable Tea. I've linked it below. Scion, what are you having this morning?
I'm having water and a coffee cake with a croissant.
What kind of
Hi.
coffee cake?
I'm not actually sure actually. Sometimes my father just like brings treats from places that I don't know about around the city. This is just like a random coffee cake that's unlabeled, but it is good. It's very good.
Listen, that's good too. I appreciate that. A good coffee cake. But would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone. I'm the fluffiest and the shiniest sheep from the sun, so they call me Shining Sion. Nice to meet you.
You're so cute! Congratulations on your debut. When was that and how'd it go?
It was on May 26th. I wanted to sing way okay, first of all it went well, but I expected to sing way more than I ended up singing because I didn't expect that I'm so proficient at yapping, but I am apparently. I am good at just like talking to open space, which
Mhm.
is a good thing I suppose. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I end up getting really distracted and I just start yapping, and then 2 hours, 3 hours go by and I forget what I'm doing. I was like stuck on a slide for like 45 minutes because we got
I was there
sidetracked.
for that.
Yeah. I watched your debut too. It was so cute. I love the background and all the art.
Thank you.
It's so
I
cute.
plan to like post with permission. I plan to like regularly post the arts that I'm gifted up there
Aww.
so that they can like be in my house.
It's like a gallery wall.
Hmm.
That's so cute. I like that.
Hmm.
I don't really see many sheep VTubers, so is there anything that made you want to be a sheep?
Um, Ironically enough, I was just discussing this last night. I wanted to be a sheep specifically because of the biblical themes behind it. Um, the Lamb of God, the Lord is my shepherd. Literally, just because Christians are compared to sheep a lot in scripture. That's why I ultimately chose sheep and the sun and my name.
Yeah, why the sun then?
Because I feel like God, like the sun is used as a metaphor for God a lot.
Mhm.
And I also just like the sun a lot.
That's fair. I've
A
always
lot.
been more of a moon person. I was going to get like a sibling tattoo with like the sun, the moon, and a star to represent my siblings, and I was supposed to be the moon, so something like that, you know? But I think the sun is very pretty and it looks really nice with like I like the little sunbeam like halos. Like the one that you have is really cool.
Did you not end up getting the tattoos?
No, we got a different one, but it's way lamer. I was really excited about the symbols, but they put Roman numerals on me instead. So
There are no moon elements.
no,
Is it
no.
13? I feel like it's always 13.
13? The moon?
Roman number
Oh
13. I feel like everyone always chooses that one.
no. Well, I mean, I have a 3 on me, but we did like 2 of 3, and I'm the middle child, so that's how that happened.
Ah.
I know. Not as cute. Not as cute. I think sheep tattoos would be cute, but I'm a little bit afraid of of getting tattoos.
Don't you already have one though? How are you afraid of
Well,
them?
I'm scared now because it was scary.
Was it painful?
I don't think it was painful. I just had like it's called tattoo flu, where your body reacts against the ink and it makes you feel like you have a flu. So like you get feverish and sometimes you get nauseous and
You get
yeah,
sick from it?
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no. Oh no.
The chance is never zero. So just you know, there's no way to prepare yourself. It may or may not happen.
It won't happen to me.
I hope not. I
I'm
really
not getting one. It won't happen to me. That's
Oh,
scary.
yeah, I know. I'm really glad then. That's a relief. Don't be scared. It's fine. If it never happens, that's a blessing. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy cuz like you just don't expect something like that to happen to you on a normal like Thursday evening. But, our bodies are really weird how they work that way.
It didn't last long, did it?
It can last up to a day for some people, but for me it was
Oh.
maybe like 2 hours.
Oh, okay, then that's okay.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, the 2 hours must have sucked, but aside
No,
from that,
I mean, yeah, but it's funny now. Yeah.
so real, so real.
But you wanted to tell me about a show that you happen to enjoy.
It feels a little bit cringy saying it in front of everybody.
What?
But yes,
No! To be cringe is to be free.
exactly. You're so right. You're so right.
Mm-hmm.
So, ever since I was a little sheep, a little lamb, I've been a Naruto fan.
Really? That long? What got you into it? Do you remember? And who was your first crush? I feel like that's important to your character.
I remember exactly what got me into it. It was my current favorite character even to this day. It was Hinata Hyuga. I was watching her fight with her cousin Neji, and Hinata is a character who is very like gentle, but she's
Mm-hmm.
also very strong-willed. So although
Really?
she's kind and sweet and nice and soft-spoken and gentle, she's also extremely strong-willed. So she was in a fight with him and he's just like way harsher, way stronger than she is too.
Mm-hmm.
And he was being kind of mean and like telling her to give up. And she, despite being so soft and sweet and gentle, she was just refusing. She was just refusing to give up and she kept getting up. And I was like, wow, I gotta tune in. I like her. I have to tune in. I like her.
That's such a
So
good
that's what it
reason.
was. That's
I
what it
liked her
was.
as well, like growing up, but I never really like was super into the show. But I liked the way that she looked. I don't know, something about her eyes because I like Toph and I watched a lot of Avatar The Last Airbender and I'm like, "Oh, she looks like she's blind." And I kind of dig that. That is such a good vibe. So I've always liked her the most, but I didn't really watch the show. But now,
For the
experiencing it
aesthetic.
secondhand, I
The
kind of
aesthetic.
yes. I pick characters by aesthetic sometimes. That's one of them. But I've been watching whenever my mom watches and I watched that one time. I don't remember what arc it was, what season it was, that like Naruto was like pinned to the ground because of that one guy with the metal poles or whatever. And she was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she girl bossed. It was incredible.
She so did. And fittingly for you, she's also like very strongly moon themed.
Oh, we love that. This is
Extremely
so
so. We
good.
love that. We love
Wow.
that.
Wow, how long
I
have you
think
been
the first
watching? Go ahead.
okay, so since 2008, I was
Whoa!
just a wee lamb back then.
Hmm.
I remember the year because those are like when I first became like a person with conscious
That's very.
and hobbies
Well,
and interests.
were you like one of those people who drew them, or like were you a fan fiction person?
A little bit of both.
That's totally fair.
A little bit
Listen,
of both. Tea.
I was like really big into Hitalia, and that was maybe 2012, and I read a lot of Hitalia fan fiction. So don't worry, this is a safe space for you.
Holy, wait, what were your favorite countries then?
Oh
Hitalia
no!
countries.
Well, I really liked Sealand. I don't know. I like the micronations because they were fun, and then like the Nordic states were fun.
Mhm.
So probably
They say
Norway, Hong Kong, and Sealand.
they say every I'm a 90s baby, but like a
Hmm.
really super late 90s baby.
Yeah,
They say like every 5-10 years or so people just like reinvent Hitalia. I
yeah.
think they
There's
do. Wasn't Brazilian Miku sort of like a reinventation of Italia in a way?
yes, yeah. And then I know some people do like what's it called, like country balls, where they're just like the little. It's basically Hitalia, except instead of like pretty people, it's like circles, and they have all the stereotypes of like those countries.
I've never seen that before. I want to see that.
It's not like a show. I think people just do it as like little comics. But, I think Italia is I think it's better. I don't know. I think I'm biased. I watched like the newest season that came out in like 2021 or 2022. There's
So you
more.
rewatch it, you like watch updates regularly.
Oh, I didn't before. But now I have.
Hmm.
I
Have you
know.
ever been into Puka Funny Love?
No, what is that?
Okay, I brought it up because I that's like the one show that I look at updates of sometimes
Mhm.
and get back into. So it's a Korean cartoon. Well, it started out as a webtoon, but now it's a cartoon.
Mm.
It's about Puka, who is like obsessively in love with Garu, who is a ninja
Oh,
that had a
yeah.
he swore like a oath to silence. And I don't know, she like chases him around.
I
And
remember that.
yeah, that used to be one of my favorites as well.
That needs to come back. I mean, I feel like in America we had that as like our like Sanrio, and then time changed. We had Tinkerbell, Betty Boop, and then
Right,
we had
right.
those, and now it's like all Sanrio. So I think we need to throw them back into the circulation. We have Chikawa too now.
Do we have Chikawa?
Yeah, we have Chikawa stuff here.
Huh.
At least
I
I
didn't know we
do.
had Chikawa. I thought it was just Japan and social media. Do we have it on like our TVs?
Oh no, maybe not the show, but like I've gone to like stores and they have a bunch of Chikawa merch.
Ah, I didn't know that. I haven't gone
Yeah.
to cutesy stores in a while.
They're
Surprisingly
honestly
enough, because I like
so
them.
cute. I mean, I would say don't go because your wallet will fly right out of your hand. It's nice to go look at cute things.
Is it true that Chikawa has like a super secret hidden dark lore behind it?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not super into Chikawa, but I like looking at them because they're cute. I'm more of a Sanrio girl myself, but
I heard that Chikawa, like this is like a base, this isn't a spoiler. This is like a basic like premise
mhm.
of the show. There's like a big monster that stole the original Chikawa's body, and now what we see as that sneaky little cheeky little Chikawa is a monster pretending to be cute, and that's why he finds it so hard to be cute, because he's not actually Chikawa. He's a monster creature.
like a parasite or like
Not a parasite, like a literal like huge monster that has like a huge flailing tongue and a weird face, and they traded bodies somehow. And Chikawa, the real
oh
Chikawa, was commonly like chasing after its body and is like, "Give me my body back." And the monster is like,
oh
"No, I don't want to. I'm cute now."
whoa. I had no idea this was a thing. That is
I'm
so
sorry.
wild.
That's the dark lore.
No,
That's
I
the
don't
dark
think it's
lore.
bad. I think that's
The hidden
hilarious.
artifacts.
The archives, the Chikawa archives.
Exactly. The secret scrolls, the secret scripts.
That's incredible. Oh my goodness. I have no idea that was a thing. Okay, on kind of the tangent of that, and I don't mean like serious ones, but do you have like any like superstitions in terms of like or like conspiracy theories that you're like, yeah, it's totally a thing. Like for me, I know that there's like a Mandela effect thing that the Bearstein Bears was spelled differently. I think
Mm-hmm.
that was I think that was real. I think the spelling that we are used to was correct. And now they're trying to say it's bear stain, and I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second. That is fake. It has to be fake.
I agree with you on that. Honestly, 100%. I agree with you on that.
I know.
As for my superstition, I'm not sure if this is like a real superstition or just like a theory, but I was arguing it with others like a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
It's commonly stated that we know more about the space than we do our own ocean,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think that's possible because space is so big
That's
and the
true.
ocean is way less big. Like, even if we only know a little bit about our ocean compared to all that there actually is, there's just so many unknowns about space
Mm-hmm.
that we cannot say we know space better than we know our ocean, because space is huge. I feel like saying that is a huge underestimation of space.
You are so right, though. I didn't even think about that because, like, we are just in, like, chapter one of space right now. We
Right?
have, like, the full book of the ocean. We're just not all the way there. But we don't know how many
Right?
volumes, I guess, metaphorically speaking, space has. And we're in, like, chapter one, and we really think we did it. But, like, what if, like,
Right?
everything changes beyond a certain point, but we can't even get there?
Right? Like, we think we know all that there is to, like, almost all there is to know. But there's like other like There's other levels, other dimensions to this. It's
I
outer
know.
space. There are black holes. There's other stuff in the black holes.
I
We have
mean,
no way of
yeah.
knowing.
There could be like primordial creatures and we have no idea. They could be drifting in space beyond a certain like
I think there for sure are.
I hope so that they look
Certainly.
like deep sea creatures like glowing jellyfish or like something like that.
I heard that the aliens that we were said to have discovered were just like microbes, like living organisms, and not like sentient beings.
Oh,
Beings.
they're just space microbes.
That's what I heard, yeah. But I
Oh,
feel like there's definitely sentient beings out there too.
maybe. Do you think like I know that there's like time capsules and stuff that people send out into space. If you could pick
Mhm.
like 3 things to send out into space for like aliens to find, what would you send?
Is the goal of the aliens finding my capsule for them to come back and communicate with me, or just to like think about me and be like, oh, she must be cool?
Just vibes.
Okay, I will send them a birria taco.
What is
I
that?
will send them. It's like a taco made of like goat.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay.
They'll have to eat my goat brethren, and they better like it. And hmm, probably music.
Mhm.
Music somehow. I'm not sure how, because I don't think they'll be able to like figure out phones. So maybe like a
Or a
CD player with
CD
one button.
or like an MP3 player.
Ah. Would they be able to navigate through that though?
I mean, there's only but like a few buttons like the iPods that only have the like
Ah.
few buttons. I think they could do that or a Walkman.
Right, right. They'd get it eventually. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. That's
And
good.
then anime.
Which one? Like, if you could send them like a volume of a manga, what would you pick?
Naruto.
Well, yeah, like what arc?
I would send them the tuning exams arc for sure.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I've watched part of that, so I can approve of that. I
That's the
think
arc that got me into it. Wait, what's your favorite arc?
I don't know the names of the arcs. Oh, I don't think this is a spoiler because the show is like super old now.
Since 2014, it's been done. No spoilers.
Okay, no spoilers or spoilers.
No spoilers can exist for a show that's been done since 2014.
Okay. That one. I think it was the last time that Sasuke and Naruto like really fought each other and they both lost their arms. I liked that
You'd
one.
send the aliens that?
Well, I think so. I think that's a good way to demonstrate like human, I guess, conflict and resolution. You know, like in case they want to fight us, you know, at the end of the day.
I think they'd think badly of us from that.
Maybe, but what if they have like detachable limbs like geckos can drop their tails and stuff?
True.
That
I've
might be
always
good.
wondered if they could even see, like, our bodies are made from, like, earth dust.
Mhm.
So, what if their bodies are made from their space dust and are not
Oh,
even compatible to the same senses as ours?
that's a good point. Yeah, I guess their organs and stuff would
So,
develop completely differently if
mhm,
they're out in like far space. Who knows?
our eyes might even have no way of perceiving them because we have earth eyes and their eyes would, like, be different eyes.
Do you think there are like different planes of existence?
Yes, for sure. I'm not sure how full they are, but there's no way they can just be empty. So,
That's true. I think I don't know. I feel like heaven is a location, but like maybe on a plane that we can't perceive.
aren't there supposed to be like three planes to heaven?
There's planes?
The third heaven, the first heaven, the second one.
Maybe? Maybe?
I
It's like
wonder
Dante's
who's there.
Inferno. Well, I guess it would just be all of the Divine Comedy. Paradiso. I don't know how many rings that is, and I don't know if that's accurate. Because I think he said 9, but he also made that up, and it's entirely a fan fiction, so.
Wasn't it seven? I thought seven was like the number,
I think it
the
might have
divine.
been 7. That makes sense to me. That makes sense, it being 7 rings. I don't know if you read the
I might be
Divine
wrong. I have no
Comedy.
clue.
It is hilarious to me because it's just this guy that's like, ah, yes, I'm gonna write a story about my role model, who I love so much, who is now going to guide me through all of these layers of hell and purgatory and heaven, and I'm gonna encounter the people that I don't like in like the underworld, and then
That's quite a role model.
yeah, someone that he put like in the highest realm of heaven is like this girl that he's been in love with forever, and it's not his wife. The
Hmm.
Delulu is just next
Hmm.
level.
So he followed some girl who is not his wife, but
Yeah.
that he super likes into hell.
Well, no, okay, so she's in heaven. He goes
Oh, she's in heaven.
to to hell and through purgatory with Dante as a guide, and then goes to heaven and sees his muse. And she's like in the highest ring because he thinks that she's just like so perfect and holy and just too bright to
So it's just his
witness.
perception.
Yeah, it's all fan
Does
fiction. There's so many politicians like in the lower rungs of hell just because he's biased. It's
does she
hilarious.
ever disillusion him?
Not in the story. No, I don't think so.
Do you, as like the audience, feel the same way he does? Like, is it framed as if she is perfect for real, or is
Yeah.
he like clearly an unreliable narrator? Okay.
I think it's well, I mean, he's a very good writer, but I think it's like framed as like she's perfect and sinless and she's never done anything wrong and everything about her is beautiful. It's like Song of Songs, but like for someone that's not his wife. It's crazy. But I think it's a good read. I think it's very interesting. It's a very good
Is he
artistic
writing this
depiction.
about like a real person?
Yes. I know.
Wow!
The drama, the
Does she
drama.
know?
I don't know if she knew. I'm not
That's
sure.
crazy. That's crazy. You know what that reminds me of?
Hmm.
You know the song Hey There Delilah?
Yeah.
You know he writes that song about a girl that he's not even with?
That's messy. I had no
And
idea.
part of the lore is that he walked to her he bust I suppose bust and walked to her house to hand her the song on CD, but she has like a fiance,
Oh!
and he hands it to her and she has a fiance.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yes.
We gotta
And I think
stop.
she
She
capitalizes on
does?
it anyways, since the song does get pretty big.
It
And
it
she's like,
did
"Hey,
get
I'm
pretty
Delilah.
popular.
I need some of this moolah."
Did
Yes.
she actually get it? I hope so.
I'm not sure if she did. I only know the messy parts. She's
Yeah, yeah, Cheese Smith, low key. I try not to like it, but okay, I don't watch like reality TV of my own volition. However, my sister
of your
does like
own
to watch
volition.
it. So
Very convenient.
yeah, I'll be in the kitchen and she'll put on like Love Island or something or like 90 Day Fiance. And you know, I just really take my time making that sandwich cuz I'm like, well, now I'm invested. Are they
Dude, it's
okay?
like 90 Day Fiance, honestly,
I know.
it boils me up. I don't know, I get secondhand embarrassment really easily though.
Yeah, yeah.
So with 90 Day Fiance and Pop the Balloons, I watch it, but I
Oh,
also struggle because I get secondhand embarrassment so easily from it.
I know. I've seen a few of those. I can't take them seriously. I'm so worried.
It is so cooked. It's so cooked.
I know. I don't think I'd ever like I don't know what I would do if I saw someone that I knew that was on there. What do you
The
even
things we do
do?
for love.
I know. Gosh, what do you think is the craziest thing you would do for love? Would you like leave your country?
Um, Context. What, like,
So
am I like,
if someone beautiful and handsome, maybe a prince that you fancy that has been courting you proposes and is like, "Come with me. I will make you my princess." Would you leave? It could be a
where am I
fantasy
going?
AU. I mean, any fantasy place that has a I guess that's nice. Maybe England. I don't know. A castle in the middle of England that's not the royal family so you don't
You want
have
me to
as
go
many
to
pressures.
Britain?
Yeah, would you sacrifice good food?
I'm scared of the royal family.
Me too.
I'm scared of Europe's royal family, England's in particular.
Maybe like
I wouldn't
Morocco.
go there.
Morocco's pretty nice.
Hmm. I can't leave behind the birria tacos. I can't do it.
That's
I can't do
fair.
it.
Would you say that's your favorite food?
I would. I would.
Really? Do you go like where's your like place to go? Is it like a food truck or a local restaurant or like from home?
I think food trucks that are able to sustain themselves do it because they're better than restaurants.
Real.
Because people don't go to food trucks as often as they go to restaurants. So
Hmm.
if there is a food truck and it's been there a while, then it has to be good. I
That is
think food
so
trucks are always
true.
the way to go.
There's like a food truck outside of a barber shop in like a district that's like mostly Dominican, so obviously like good food. It's so good. I
That's so
go.
real. That's
Yeah.
so real. I don't think like America has its flaws,
Hmm.
but I'm not sure that anywhere has it beat in terms of diverse foods.
It's true.
Whatever I want to eat, I'm positive I could find somewhere. I don't even have to cook it myself. I can just like find it somewhere
Hmm.
within mm,
Like 10
within
miles.
10 miles, 15 miles of me.
Yeah.
That's a blessing. I don't know if I'm moving, not even for a prince.
That's
No, no.
fair. That's fair.
Not to England either. I don't eat beans.
Have you ever been?
No, but
Okay.
I heard they like beans a whole lot over there.
I've had their beans. I think they're okay. But different kinds of beans I think I prefer. It's almost like chili beans without like the spicy stuff. I don't know what you would call them. Those kinds of beans. But I wouldn't have them on
Refried?
toast. No, not refried. Those are like soft and good.
Ah,
Just like beans and like sweeter sauce, I guess. But I don't know.
uncooked beans. I have no clue. I don't know that much about beans. I don't eat them
I don't
like at all.
either. I'm so glad. I usually don't eat beans, and I feel like that makes me like a bad Dominican for not liking beans, but I don't like beans. I usually don't get it in like
Oh my
anything.
gosh, we're island brethren.
Really?
Yeah, we're like neighbors.
We're neighbors?
We're neighbors.
Are you like Spanish speaking?
No, I speak Creole.
We're next door neighbors! Wow! I heard someone speak that for the first time, and I was so perplexed. I was like, it's like French, but like spicy, I guess. Not spicy, but like with an accent. I was like, whoa, what is that? And that's when I found out that he's like from where you are. I was like, I never
Honestly,
knew that. I thought you were from like Puerto Rico. What happened?
the first time I heard French, like from France,
Hmm.
I was watching Miraculous.
Really?
So that's the first time. Yes. And that's the first time I heard it. And I was like, huh, why are they speaking it like that? What is that accent? And then they were like, this is how you speak French. This is the French accent. This is the French accent. And I was like, oh,
Really? Can you understand it?
mm, not all of it. If I
Mm,
really lock in, I can understand a lot of it. But
I understand that.
then again, I did study French, like 4 years of French in grade
Really?
school.
How did that go? Did you like it? Did you pick it?
I picked it for that easy A. It went swimmingly.
So are you
Swimmingly.
fluent in multiple languages?
I'm fluent in two, intermediate in French. I'm also trying to learn Japanese and Spanish, but
Yeah.
I'm no bueno with either of those. Hondo.
I
Yeah.
think that your Spanish would be really good.
Gracias. Wait, do you speak Spanish then?
I understand it. I grew up not speaking it. I took Spanish for like 6+ years. My mom is from the Dominican Republic, so I can understand it. My mom will switch languages and I'll be able to, follow along. But I've always been
Mhm.
too shy to speak it, and now when I do, I sound American, so I get embarrassed. But I can like read it
I
and write
relate to
it.
that. Ah, so then you also took those 6 years for that easy A then.
Yeah,
Assuming it's
low key.
middle school and high school, yeah.
Low key, yeah, I think it made a lot more sense. Like learning the language made more sense than just hearing it. But now, like, my
Mhm.
brother's in Puerto Rico, and so he knows a lot of slang and speaks to me in
Oh.
slang, and I'm very textbook. So I'm like, this is not That's not a real word.
Wouldn't it be Puerto Rican slang though, considering he's in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, that's why I'm so unfamiliar. I'm like, I don't know what these
Oh.
things mean.
Oh, so you know the Dominican slang,
A
or can
little bit.
understand it at least. Okay.
Yeah, at least more of it. And then he'll like throw words out that I've never heard, and I'm like, I need like a like a like a dictionary, a Spanish to English
Ah.
dictionary. I think that should exist more. I miss like when people used to like carry around their like little translating dictionaries.
I think Google is putting people out of business.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, and I don't know if you also had to do this, but whenever I didn't know a word, my mom would not tell me the definition. She would tell me to go get a dictionary and go look. I miss
I
doing
don't
that.
think I don't think she ever told me to get a dictionary, but she also wouldn't tell me the definition. She would just ignore it, and then eventually I would figure out from like context clues
Mhm.
because she would bring it up again and again and again.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like that, like
I
that.
miss my like shelf dictionary. I used to always go in the same spot in her room on the same shelf and get the little dictionary. I don't know if we ever got an updated version, but I feel like I don't know. You kind of pick up on the 90s slang, so you know what that is, but like when you're like growing up, it's the big words and not the slang that you don't know. You're like, I've never heard the word like encyclopedia before. What does that mean? And then you have to go in the dictionary and you have to figure
I
out how to
feel like
spell it to find it.
once you know about dictionaries, I think encyclopedias and thesauruses come quickly after, right?
Yeah, I loved using a thesaurus
Pretty
as a
quickly.
kid. So I used a lot of like big words and my dad used to tease me over it.
Hmm.
So I remember
I used
I go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. No, I used to too, but it was because of the fan fiction. I remember one
Yeah. Yeah.
because I would read it and they would write it like poetically. One
Mhm.
time I was like trying to like open up a bottle in class, and my teacher was complaining because she had asked me to, and I was like, I'm trying, but it's not yielding. And she's like, haha, yielding, silly Sion, what the heck? And I was like,
No.
eventually I stopped because people thought I was acting smarter than them, but literally I only had the fan fiction way of speaking in my mind.
Mhm.
That's that's just what I had in my brain cells.
It's true. I like was explaining something and I got off track. This was me at like the ripe old age of 12
Hmm.
and I say, but I digress. And my dad looks at me and he goes, "You what?" I said I digress. I was getting off track. And so now he brings that up still. He's like, "Why are you so weird?" It's because I read. I don't know.
You still digress?
Sometimes, a lot of the time. But every time I use it around him, he laughs at me like a full hearted laugh. Like, man, come on. I use my thesaurus,
That's
okay?
hilarious. No, I love that.
I feel
Wait, so is
embarrassed.
Spanish like his first language?
So, my mom is from the DR, so her first language is Spanish. My dad is from America, so he only speaks English and didn't pick up any Spanish. Miraculously.
He like to speak or to understand?
I don't think he can do either.
Does your mom ever speak to you and like he's right there and she's just secretly telling you stuff?
Sometimes. Well, that's why I learned Spanish in the first place because she talked to my aunt in Spanish, and I'm like, no, I gotta figure this out. Come on, brain power. I'm young enough. My brain is soft. I'm like 8 years old. I gotta piece it together. So I became like the translator for my siblings. And I think I'd always
That's
been the best
hilarious.
at Spanish until my brother learned from the military because he was around so many Spanish
Ah,
speakers. But yeah.
the same one who's in Puerto Rico then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he learned
Ah,
recently, like within the past like 5 years. He just locked
yeah,
in.
he's that fluent. Crazy,
Yes! It's crazy!
crazy.
And he'll like forget English words now, but I totally understand that when you know too many languages, like they just mush together sometimes.
They do, they do.
I
They do, they do. That's
remember.
kind of why I'm scared of becoming like a polyglot, truly, because I don't want to
Yeah.
like lose the English.
Mm-hmm. You definitely will like lose some words, but I think listen, if you keep reading fan fiction and then
Oh my god.
you learn other languages, Because I feel like that's the only time, other than certain writers, maybe like Dune, that they use like high English, I'll call it, with all the fancy words that will slip your mind if you learn other languages. So if you like find something to read that has like a higher word choice, I guess, I don't think you'd forget it.
I gotta find a long fic. I see.
Yeah, you gotta settle in one that's not on hiatus. Or one that came out like 10 years ago that is like the length of Harry Potter, the entire series, times two.
I blast through those though.
That's true.
I can't sleep. I just like read and read and read, and then I'm
Oh
done in like
no.
3 days.
Are you one of those people that like once you start something you can't put it down?
Yes, indeed. Indeed. I will like sit there and I'll like wait I'll stop. Okay, I won't stop eating entirely. But I like eat and read. I'll read instead of sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read no matter what. I'll put down everything and read.
Me
Which isn't
too.
good considering I'm like back in college right now.
Oh.
So I guess I shouldn't lock in for the time being.
How is that being a VTuber in college? I couldn't imagine.
Hmm. It's not as hard if you have like a VTuber schedule.
Oh, okay.
Before I was just streaming intuitively before debut, but after debut I began using my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
And since I schedule like the week ahead, I always leave days off to focus on school,
Okay.
of which later today is one actually.
Really?
So it's easy. It's easier when you like have a schedule, I
I
think, yeah.
agree. I think that's probably one of the most helpful things that I did when I first started streaming, because like I kind of know what my vibe is, and if I'm tired at the beginning of the week, then I'm not going to schedule as many things so I can rest. Or I'll schedule something really early so I have a full afternoon to like read and knit and go to church. Like so it's really easy
Uh
to like put everything on a schedule first. But it's good to have backup plans too, so it's okay to cancel things, and I had to teach myself that it's okay to cancel things if I'm like sick or something comes up. It's gonna be okay.
I think I used to have the opposite problem as you actually.
Mm.
'Cause I used to how far past is this? I used to just cancel things
Mm-hmm.
when I didn't want to anymore.
Mm.
I think this was like 2 years ago or last year even. But I'm trying to do better at following through with different
Yeah,
disciplines. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
completely fair. I learned that when I first started streaming. Everyone's like, "Oh, Juni, you're so cozy. When are you gonna play Stardew Valley?" And I don't really like cozy games, but I'd play them because I thought I was supposed to. And so I'd like watch the time tick down and be like, "Please, 3 hours, please, 3 hours, please." Oh, I'm an hour and a half in. This is a nightmare, you know. But I think it's okay
Mhm.
to play games that may not be in your like vibe category.
What games do you like now then?
Well, I think I really like Souls-like games. I don't play them as much anymore. I really do more art and just chatting. I thought it wasn't like allowed to just chat unless you were a big indie like or agency streamer, but sometimes I just chat. Now I do like crafts and
Hmm.
draw. I'm playing a game now, but I usually don't. But what about you?
Uh, hmm. Usually when I used to only game like musical games like Muse Stash and One Hand Clapping, and I really do like those games, although One
Mhm.
Hand Clapping is harder than I thought it was. Um, I'm trying to get more into scary games,
Mhm.
mostly because I like watching them and I
Me
don't like
too.
getting scared easily. So I'm trying to
Really.
wean myself into not being scared
I
of
don't
scary
like
games.
mind getting scared. I think it's fun. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't say that about like
No, like
in-person scary things, but scary games are okay.
I don't like I don't know I don't know if this happens to others, but I never actually anticipate my heart like genuinely racing at a game.
Yeah.
So when I play a game and I actually get scared, I'm like, "Oh no, I'm scared. I'm in danger.
Yeah.
What the heck is this?"
Yeah, I know, cuz you're like, "Well, I know it's a game, but right now it feels very very real. And if something came up behind me, I would probably pass out." And that's okay.
I don't watch horror movies for that purpose either.
Really? I like horror
And
movies.
I'm not gonna try the movies out, just games for me.
That's fair.
Although, when I first began streaming, I thought I was supposed to play FPS games.
Oh.
And I tried super hard at them, but back then I worked with like 2 inches of mouse space room,
Oh.
and also was not into FPS games anyways.
Uh-huh.
I think people who stream them are people who play them in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't play them. I just tried to stream them and I wasn't good at them. And I was like, huh, this is not for me, huh?
That's okay. I played
So now I play
Overwatch.
games with no. Do you like it?
I do like Overwatch. I used to play before I started streaming. I made like VTuber friends, and one of them played like competitively at the university level, and so he taught me how to play, and I practiced a lot on my own time because I wanted to impress him. I wanted to be cool, and I did get good. I'm pretty good at Zenyatta, but don't make me play any other character. So sometimes, rarely, I'll play, but not on stream. But I used to stream it.
That's kind of me with Mercy.
Really?
Yeah.
You're good at Mercy? I
Yeah.
don't understand it.
Just chase people around and don't die.
I'm bad at
Oh,
flying
and
with
don't get in the
Mercy.
fray.
I'm like always on the ground. I don't know how. I don't know. It's just like one of those things that makes my brain like make TV static sounds. I just don't know how to play Mercy well.
Running from danger is my natural instinct, so flying was the first thing I tried to master.
That's fair. I used to play like as what was it, like Farah, right? But I wasn't good at it. I had a lot of fun, but everyone really hated when I played her because I wasn't good. But I'm good at Zenyatta, and he's really slow. So I just get to drift around and be slow. And if I'm in danger, I can use my ult, which just makes me invincible for a few seconds and then be okay.
Do you like the skins?
I do. The one that I have, I think, is the like astronomer. So he's got a big wizard hat and puffy pants.
I wish I got my hands on the My Hero skins, but I didn't get the chance.
Well, there are my hero skins.
There are. And I wish I got them. I honestly downloaded Fortnite just to get the My Hero skins.
Really?
And I got into Fortnite for a while too, but again, I'm no good at aiming. So I would just run people over, and I had so much fun running people over dressed as Bakugo.
You like Bakugo the most?
I wouldn't say the most, but a lot. Yes.
Okay. Okay, who's your number one then?
Deku.
I am so sorry. Sion, I'm like, if Midoriya didn't have any haters, it's because I'm no longer alive. Like, I can't...
No shot!
I can't stand
Why don't you like him?
Well, I guess I didn't like him in the beginning, and I don't want to sit through like 3 seasons for him to like finally get a grip. I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I love Underdog stories. The struggle was okay. If I say it was my favorite part, that sounds bad.
It's okay.
But it kind of is the best part for me. Like the struggle and then overcoming it.
That's fair. For me, I don't know. I think he was like too self-sacrificial at the beginning, but it wasn't necessarily helpful. Like, he'll do one thing that he thinks is like super massively helpful and then like be out of commission because like he does not know how to control one for all for the longest time, and it was so frustrating.
Aizawa. No way, you're Aizawa.
Is that true?
You erased her head. He scolded him so much for that.
Because it's all he did. It's like, well, now you're a liability because like your leg is broken and you can't use anything anymore. You can't run away. You're laying on the ground. He did something cool, but if it failed, you would have been cooked.
He doesn't think first. His body moves on its own.
He should use his brain. He's got a big old head. I'm sure he's got one in there, you know? But I think he's cooler now. I just can't.
I feel like his eyes are like scary.
They are a little.
Like, because he has a lot of speech bubbles, but near the end of My Hero, he stopped having speech bubbles. And suddenly you can perceive him the way that other characters do. And all it is these huge eyes just staring at you. And you can't tell what they're thinking, but they're staring. And you can tell. You just know that his mind is running a mile a minute. And he's thinking super hard. And he's figuring you out. But all he's doing is staring.
Does he still keep his journals?
I think so.
Okay. Okay. I kind of like those because I use the same I really like Japanese stationery. So for college I got those like little tiny like were they Kokyo campus journals?
Campus.
Yeah, I have the colorful ones and I got the limited edition ones, and so for university those are only the things I used because that's about the size of like a 15-week class. But when you use a composition notebook, you have way too many pages left over. So I just started getting the really thin notebooks.
Ah, do you get them at the same cutesy shops that we mentioned before?
Oh, I could. I think I got my first ones at like a Japanese shop near like a walkable city nearby that was really cute. So that was nice. But I've gotten some from Muji because they have the like cardboard looking types with the like blue and red and yellow spines. But I do like the Kokyo campus. The paper's really good, and so I really got into stationery stuff. Maybe like late high school. But are you like a big stationery girl?
I'm trying not to be anymore because I have well, it's not necessarily stationery. It's like sketchbooks and stuff and
Yeah.
lots of pens and inks and
Mm-hmm.
crayons and colored pencils. And I have a whole bunch that I have not completed using
Real.
after 7, 8, 9 years even. I'm not through them all. And I
Mm.
get more. So I told myself not to get more
Mm-hmm.
until I finish what I have. And I'm not close to finishing what I have. So I have not gotten more.
Okay, this is like a me thing, and I don't know. I think this is going to continue for a long time. I started journaling, and I got one of those like German soft leather journals. Do you know the one I'm talking about? It starts with an L. I don't remember what they're
I
called.
mm, I think I know what you
You
mean,
know
but
what
no one
everyone
told
used
me
for
that.
like their bullet journals like a few years ago when
Mhm,
everyone was into bullet journaling? I have
mhm.
that, and they are bullet journals. And I've been getting one. I've decided to be a journaling person. So it took me 2 years to finish my first journal and like 9 months to finish my second journal. And I get the same kind of journal in a different color. I use the same fountain pen and the same highlighters to write in the journal. And it's been really nice to like kind of catalog my life over the past like 3 to 4 years in these journals. So I definitely
Same.
recommend being like a journal girl. But you gotta lock in. You gotta like pick one you like and take it everywhere. Like everywhere.
Oh, then journaling in this context is comparable to diaries?
Yes! Yeah.
Ah.
It's like a diary, but I write it from like the perspective of like me to Jesus. So it's like the way that I pray. I sit down and I empty my brain. I give Jesus also like chismes because it's rude to gossip. So I just tell him.
I feel like if I do that, it'll definitely get read
Really?
no matter what. That's happened before.
Oh no.
In 2000, I don't know, but like little baby lamb, Sion. I haven't physically since that day, but I still do digitally. Although physically
Oh,
is much funner and cuter
I see.
and cooler objectively,
Mm-hmm.
I do it digitally now for that reason.
That's fair. That's fair. Do you
Yeah.
like, are you a notes app girly or do you have like a specific like password locked journaling app?
I have a Discord server.
You have like a private Discord where you put all your stuff. That's beautiful.
Yeah, and also a private Twitter account.
You have a
Just in case one
private?
of those like gets sniped. I think
Hmm.
Discord is on its last legs, honestly.
Low key. Low key.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
getting there.
I want to get a private Twitter account, but every time I try to make one, it won't let me change my @, and that's bothering me a lot. I have a lot of things I want to get off my little moth heart, but I haven't been able to make one yet. Cause like
Why won't it let you change your ad? That's so
I
weird.
don't know, and it's like, oh, you can't do it on mobile. So then I go on PC and I'm like, okay, I'd like to change my please, and they're like, no, no, thank you. So that's super
That
lame.
is strange. Do
I
they just like not
know.
like the number you signed up with or like what?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna keep trying because I would like to write about like some stuff there. And like I miss Twitter circles. I don't know if you're a Twitter person. I'm low key a Twitter person. Were you around with Twitter circles?
Yes, I use them so much. I miss them too.
Me
They were so
too.
fun.
It's like having a
I
private account without having to get another private account.
the funnest part is just like without consultation, finding out
Yeah.
you're in someone else's circle,
Boom, you're
and
in.
they're just tweeting in the and they're like tweeting in the void, and you have access, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm one of the girls.
Yes,
I'm one of the
yes.
Elite employees.
I want like my girl circles back because like I have like a
Need
personal
that.
Twitter account and
Need
I'll
that.
like ask like my female mutuals, "Hey, I have a question about blah blah blah." And so many men, it's like almost 90% men that are like, "Well, I'm not a lady, but like I wasn't there's a lot of chromosomes I wasn't asking for right now." Big words from a man. But like I just want to like chat with the girlies sometimes, but I can't do that. Because Elon took the circles
Ah,
away. Bring them
was he the one
back.
who took fleets away too?
Oh, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad. I didn't like them.
You didn't like fleets? Why not?
I don't know. I think because Snapchat was still kind of big when fleets were a thing. So it's like everyone was also using Instagram more. So fleets were like weird because it was kind of like making Twitter like every other social media app, and I didn't like that. I don't
That's
know.
true. Twitter does have its own thing going on still.
Yeah, I like that you can like do spaces. That's really unique.
Doesn't you know that now that I think about it, you're right, it is unique.
Yeah, because there's
I compare it
Instagram
to lives.
lives.
It's
Yeah,
like radio, huh?
yeah, and I think that's underrated. I love radios. I love podcasts. You know, I think everyone has a podcast. This is kind of a podcast.
It is a podcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm honored to
Wow.
be the first guest on your podcast. Thank
Oh,
you.
am I
Look at
becoming a
that.
podcast bro?
You're a podcast bro.
Oh no. I don't have anything controversial to say. We're just having tea. Like I'm literally it's like 10 a.m. and we're having
You
tea.
saying that Deku was a crybaby who only broke his arms for the first half of My Hero was very controversial.
What? Is it not true that he cried more than most protagonists and he did break his limbs for most of the beginning, learning to use One for All for the first 2 seasons?
He's just a little bit crazy, but that happens in life sometimes.
I mean, I wasn't
Sometimes.
wrong. I'm just I just didn't like him for it. It's like I couldn't watch Neon Genesis because I didn't like how much Shinji cried. Like I get it, but at the same time, get it together, brother. I don't know.
Wasn't he like wasn't the world ending and they were making it his problem?
Low key, yeah, because he wanted to make his dad proud, but at the same time, he was just very emotionally sensitive. He's a sensitive young man.
I I feel like he's wait.
He's
I
allowed to
haven't seen it in a
cry.
while.
He just
So
cries
I'm
a
trying to remember
lot.
how old this guy was.
He looks like he's 14.
That is a child. He needs to cry.
It's true, just I don't want to see it.
Add this to the controversy list. Hello.
They're 14. Oh no.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
goodness. Listen, I just
Wait, Deku was 14. These are babies.
yeah. I mean, but okay, for Deku though, he's always wanted to be a hero. He applied to UA. He could have waited to apply to UA, but he applied to UA like everybody else and was winging it. All right, and good for him. He achieved his dreams, but it took a lot more than he originally anticipated. And he's like, well, he's like almost like a burnt out gifted kid in a way, where he's like, well, I still have to be perfect anyway, even if I'm not up to par anymore or better than anyone else. I just gotta figure it out.
I think he was supposed to be like clumsy. Like I remember in the beginning, I'm not sure if just Bakugo was like super duper talented in comparison,
Mm.
but Deku was always very clumsy compared to him. I think Deku was just observant, super duper observant,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess could connect dots, so that made him smart.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like a natural. He
Yeah,
was just
no.
like observant and crazy.
I think he was just very aware of like how heroes function, but then once he realized he became one, it's like, oh no, I don't have like the edge because I don't have the skill anymore. Yeah, well, because he didn't have the skill, he just had like, and I think it's good now because he is good at memorizing things and picking up on things. But before, that's all he
Mhm.
had, and it made him very special. But you know, he got the hero powers and now he's like, oh no, it's not as easy, but I'm gonna do my best. And it's interesting that he thinks so hard and so analytically about everyone else, but then like when it comes to him using like his quirk in the beginning, he kind of fumbles, like a lot.
Right. I have legs? Wait a minute.
Listen, I can
He
manage
only
breaking this one.
punched.
It's fine.
He only punched and forgot he had legs. He
Yeah,
wasn't as agile as he could have been.
yeah. The amount of times he's broken like
He
a
doesn't think
finger.
much of himself, huh?
Yeah, no. I don't know. I think he needs to maybe like do a face mask and like go on a vacation, you know, with like All Might or something.
I guess other anime protagonists sort of like believe in themselves more.
Yeah.
Like like they act like it instead of just like only verbally believing themselves. They actually do stuff that indicate.
Maybe. Yeah, that's why I feel weird about like Deku and Shinji. Because they don't
Ah,
believe in
that makes sense.
themselves. And it's like, well, we're believing in you and like the world kind of relies on it right now. We're counting on you. We think you can do it. And they're like, I don't know. Please lock in.
So then comparatively, you must have like a high opinion of Rock Lee from Naruto?
Yes! Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
Ah.
He's great.
I see now then. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You like characters that not only do they try their very best, but they believe in themselves as well.
Yeah, we believe in you, so you gotta believe in yourself too, at least a little bit. Stop
No
knocking yourself
excuses, no
down.
cowardice. Okay,
Yeah.
no excuses, no cowardice.
Yeah, if you have all for one, like it's basically he's the avatar. If you're the avatar, you gotta believe in yourself a little bit. Like you gotta admit that's pretty cool. Like you're learning, but like you're really strong. You just need to learn how to hone your
Hmm.
skills. It's like,
I recall Aang having a lot of excuses too.
yeah, he did. I mean, I feel like he knew that he could do things, but he's like, I don't know if this is ethical. You know, I was taught to not fight people, and now I have to fight everybody. Can I, like, harm them? And Kiyoshi's like,
Okay, that's true.
yeah, you
Yeah, just
should. Why
kill
didn't
them.
you already? Like, what are you doing? So he was more
Bakajio.
like he knew that he could do things, but either he was lazy and goofing off, or he's like, I don't know if ethically, as a monk, I can do that. Like, can I? But also he's got the mentality of a kid, so he's like, I mean, I don't have to really think about like, you know, doing violent things right now.
Mhm. It took me a while to realize just how down for murder every single other person in that, even all the kids, every single
Yeah,
person in that whole series was except for him.
yeah,
Everybody was down for it. Katara was off to like kill that guy who, well, I mean, revenge
yeah.
for her mom, yes, but everybody was willing to just kill
Mm-hmm.
everyone except she threatened to kill Zuko.
Yeah,
Everyone was
yeah,
down to kill except for him.
yeah. He was just like, I don't know, guys. This seems a little like a moral dilemma. Should I? And everyone's like, yeah, you have to. And he's like, no, but listen, I hear everyone's advice. Thank you, all the avatars, for voting yes. But I'm gonna say no anyway.
That was so real of him.
Yeah,
He was so real for that. Oops, I got big.
you got big. Oh, on your end,
Maybe
don't
it's just
worry.
on
You're
my
not
side.
big
Oh,
here.
okay.
You're still sitting in your
Yay!
chair very politely, may I
Thank you.
add.
Very demure. Very demure.
Yeah,
Mindful.
you really
Mindful.
match like the theme of the room. It looks great to have you in here.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. It's been so nice to hang out with you this morning.
Thank you for having me, Juni.
You are a wonderful guest. Listen, if you ever want to do anything, listen, I like horror games. So if you're ever scared, I lock in, all right? For whatever
Yes.
reason, like I will be scared if everyone else is brave, but if no one else can be brave, I just like I put on my metaphorical big girl pants and I tough it out. So if you're ever scared, just let me know and I'll be there.
I have to snatch you up for repo sometime soon
Oh,
then.
I love
For sure.
Repo. I will be
For
giggling
sure.
the whole time. Don't worry. We can sing songs
Nice.
and run away from monsters. It'll be
I'll
good.
do that then.
Absolutely.
I only lock in when there's someone to save. If everyone else is dead, then it's cooked. It's so cooked.
I'm like, that's very heroic. But I don't know. You gotta have self-preservation. Yeah, I do get really nervous. I'm like, where is everyone? It can't just be me. And I always feel bad because, like, I never want to leave, like, I was gonna say the ship. I'm thinking of, Lethal Company? But basically the same premise of, like, you don't know if everyone's dead yet, so you just kind of hope or, like, wait around a little bit, but you're like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I get nervous then.
Well, if everyone's not on the ship, depending on how many people are there, sometimes like I go back to glance around for heads.
Oh,
But depending on the
sometimes.
enemy that's there, I'm gone, honestly.
Yeah, sometimes I just gotta
Deuces.
get out of there.
I gotta put me first.
I gotta put me
I gotta
first.
put me first.
And I feel so bad. But a lot of the time, the problem is that I'll wait, and then something bad will happen, and I'll die. Like with Lethal Company, there's like, I don't know if it's a mod or something else, but like there was like a clone of someone, and I let them in the ship, and they killed me. It was so eerie because it was using their voice lines and stuff.
Really? The real voice line?
Yeah!
Ah, that's scary. I don't like that.
I know.
That's crazy.
It was awful. And I was like, well, maybe because it was Saren's voice. I'm like, well, maybe Saren is pulling a prank on me because he'd be the one. It wasn't. It absolutely wasn't. It was so eerie. I had so many trust issues.
That's hilarious. I have to play Lethal. Having the
Yeah.
other perspective of that, like from Saren being dead and like screaming,
Yeah.
June, that's not me.
Yeah.
I have I have to. I have to play that on stream.
You have to. It's so good.
That sounds hilarious.
I quite enjoy Lethal Company, I think. I mean, I didn't like it at first, but I think when you play with the right people, it's quite good. But I do like Repo a lot more.
Repo. Same.
Yeah. I'm glad that's like
It's
a big thing now.
Mindful horror.
Mindful.
Demure horror.
It's got good vibes and it's cute enough. The colors are good. I really liked Content Warning. If you haven't played that, that's so silly.
I haven't played it yet. It's just like Brighter Lethal, right?
Yeah. But you have to like record monsters and stuff.
Oh.
So like, and you can save the videos that you record. It's so fun.
Can you rewatch what you record?
Yeah.
And can your friends rewatch them without being in direct contact with you?
Yeah, I think so. So what happens is like the goal is you're like a streamer or like a YouTuber, and you have this camera that you take around and you go to these spooky places and you record the monsters that are there, and you get more points for recording like bones or like certain monsters, and then you go back at the end of the day. I think it's about 60 seconds of footage, but you have to make sure you keep your camera because you can drop it and lose it. But you go back at the end of the day, you burn a CD, and then you can rewatch what you recorded with everyone in it. It's so fun.
Then, depending on what you recorded, which you're rewatching at the end of each
day, yeah, and you can save it.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, but if you like die, you lose your camera, and you can drop your camera and not have anything. I know.
That's scary.
It's so fun though. It's so fun, and the goal is to have like a certain amount of views on your video. So if you do certain things, like if someone takes damage or something, they get more views.
So you're doing this for the clout?
Yes.
Views.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you can get like items like a soundboard or like different weapons and stuff, or different gestures. Like you can do a little peace sign or a dance or something, and that gets you views too. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Risking your life for the gram, a classic.
Yeah, it's so silly. I definitely recommend that one too. It's definitely fun. It's really hard with 2 people, but any number higher than 2 is good. So like 3 or 4.
Is it still in? Maybe it's not good to stream, but playing it, I would want to play it.
I think it's pretty good to stream because you get different people's perspective, because someone can carry a mic, like a boom mic, but usually it's like you can flip the camera around too. So if you're the person recording, you can record yourself and everyone else in your group. And then you can see like what went wrong. Like if I hear distant screaming, but it's the cameraman, you can see what happened to that person because they were recording it. So it's pretty neat to stream.
Okay, so it's like I use that logic for repo actually.
Mm.
So okay, that makes sense. All right then, I'll gather. I gotta write that down. I like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
great vibes, honestly. I wish that one became as popular as Repo for as long as Repo has been popular. But I hope the next thing is like not a social deduction game, but also not scary. You know? Because we've been getting a lot of
Scary's what
like
sells, I think.
collab scary games.
Is the what is it called? Chained Together. That's not scary.
What is
Oh, and
that?
Carry the Glass. It's like when you're trying. You know the game where you like push Syphilis's rock up a hill.
Oh, Sisyphus?
Some guy who likes pushing rocks.
I don't think he likes
It's
it.
it's like that kind of, but instead of pushing up a rock,
Mm,
you're navigating up a super parkour like journey
uh-huh.
upwards, and also your ankle is chained to some other person's ankle, and you're both trying
Oh!
to get up there.
I was gonna say like ice climbers, but yes, I understand.
Yeah, yeah. Impeccable
Incredible.
explaining. So real.
Yeah, I think okay, I've seen that. And I've seen Carry the Glass. I like that one store where you well the one game where you can run a store together. I like that. That's fun. It's like
I don't think
grocery
I've heard of
store
that.
simulator or something like that. I'd love that. I don't know. I just like doing like a menial task as a game. Like I like Cooking Simulator because I just get to like do basic things for fun.
Oh, you mean Overcooked?
No, I do like Overcooked, but there is
Okay.
like a 3D cooking simulator where you're in a kitchen and they give you steps to like make actual food. So like, you know, you have to get the potatoes, chop the potatoes, boil a certain amount of water, you know, turn on the
This is
stove.
sounding like Overcooked.
Well, I mean, it's like a 3D modeled like actual kitchen. So you have to like use a knife
Okay.
and stuff.
Overcooked is 3D.
Yeah,
So you mean like it's like
it's
the
3D.
perspective isn't overhead? It's like
It's first person
okay, okay.
and it's very precise. I do like it. I do like Overcooked as well, but it's way less chaotic than Overcooked. Cooking Simulator. It's very much like this is a
Mhm.
recipe card, follow the recipe. It's soothing.
Oh, so it's just called Cooking Simulator.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I thought you're like, oh, it's a cooking. Okay, I get it. Okay.
yep. Cooking Simulator,
Yeah, yeah.
the Cooking Simulator. It's quite nice.
And
I
I
like
think
it.
I've seen that,
Mm.
like a clip of that or so.
A lot of people like to like put fire extinguishers in their oven and turn it on. Catches the kitchen on fire. I don't like to make mess
Why? Why do they do that?
because it's funny and you can do it. You can do a lot of things you're not supposed to do in an actual kitchen in that game.
Unless,
I accidentally broke a TV screen. I didn't mean to. I like knocked it
huh?
off of its stand. I don't know how I did it. Like because it's first person and it's very like finicky. I like lifted up a pot to put it down on a table and the pot hit the TV screen that had the recipe on it and it broke.
Did you have to pay for that?
You don't have to pay for repairs. Well, I mean, you can, but it doesn't charge you automatically, so I just didn't have that screen.
So no recipes.
Well, there were other screens, but the one that I wanted to use that was the
Ah,
most convenient I broke, so.
I see then.
Yeah,
I see.
but that's a good
Taking
one
a sip.
too.
Ah, crap! I dropped it.
Good. Have some water. My tea is finally like drinkable temperature. I mean, it's pretty like lukewarm right now, but it's good anyway.
Do you not like it lukewarm then? If it's hotter than lukewarm, you don't burn. Lukewarm is good.
Lukewarm is like a little bit warmer than room temperature. Um, Usually I use my little
Mm-hmm.
heater thing when it gets this temperature, so it gets slightly warmer than room temperature. So it's like hot and it feels warm going down, but it doesn't burn your mouth. That's the goal.
Is that the proper way to drink tea then?
I don't know what the proper way to drink tea is, I guess. But that's just what I prefer because I don't like to burn my mouth. So I just like it hot enough that it feels warm, you know? But I think people can handle it hotter. I can't. I mean, I don't
think it's
even take
fine.
super hot showers, so like I just can't do super hot.
No, I'm frozen. This is
No,
life.
it's okay. It happens. You look beautiful anyway.
I feel like I've been caught in like an off-guard, candid photo.
I'm moving you around.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm moving. I'm moving.
That's hilarious. No, I just think it's cute. You look great. It's just a PNG now. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Your model is very,
you.
very pretty. So, I do like the eye color that you chose. I think gold is a great choice.
Thank you. I wanted them to look like suns.
Oh, is that why?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I should have thought
I'm
of
not
that.
sure that they do, but that was the intention.
I think you did it. I think the vibes are there. You nailed it. For
Thank you.
sure. Verted back
Thank
to PNG tuber. Is this your first 3? Well, I guess live 2D model?
I've had chibi ones.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first full size.
Your first big girl model.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Do you ever miss being a chibi?
Not really, because I could go back to chibi whenever, and it
Yeah.
matches my overlays and whatever
Mm-hmm.
very well. What I do miss is ease with running games. Games are so heavy, plus the model.
Yeah, I totally
It's so
understand.
heavy.
I use a lot of PNGs on my channel just because it can be dense if I'm playing a big game. So now I have the freedom to play bigger games if I just use like VAtotube. So it's good to have the option. But like for me, my design changed, so I had to get a different PNG to match the new design as well. So it was like, but soon I'll have a big girl model too, and I'll finally stand up like everyone else. But I do like sitting. I think I'll miss sitting down.
I think it's cute, the sitting pose.
Me
I really
too.
like it.
I just didn't want to stand. I don't know. Like when I was a PNG tuber, I just wanted to have a sitting down model. And now that I've had it for about a year, I think I'm ready to stand up. I'm ready to be a big girl. Because like my silhouette is always really silly, you know, because I'm sitting. So everyone has this standing silhouette, and I'm like a square.
Full body silhouettes, then you mean?
Yeah. Like if I
Am
got...
I becoming robot to you?
No, you sound fine.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you're
kind
okay.
of robot to me.
Oh no. It's me. I'm hiding in your Wi-Fi.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm
It's a
keeping it safe.
Too.
Yeah, don't worry. No
warm.
problem at all. It's warm! I think you need coolant. That's okay.
It has to be warm.
It has to?
Any degree? It has to. Okay.
Mm.
If it's under 55 degrees, it's unbearably freezing and not good.
Okay.
It has to be. Even 56 thin ice. Even 59 thin ice.
Is
even
this
65 Fahrenheit thin ice?
Okay. What temperature do you keep it inside?
74.
Okay, thank you. Me too.
Okay, nice.
That's really hot for some people. Sometimes?
Right?
Sometimes 76. Sometimes.
For my house, it's usually 74 to 77.
Yeah.
74 is superior.
I think a lot of people keep it anywhere between 68 and 70. 70 is the hottest. Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. It's one time I traveled and my hotel was at 64, I think it was.
That's a nightmare.
It was so bad.
Set to morgue is what that is.
Honestly, that's how they store the dead people. I'm alive.
Yeah. It's awful. Well, I'm glad. I feel so seen. Because everyone thinks I'm so weird for keeping it that warm, but it's comfortable.
It is comfortable.
We have tropical blood. We gotta stay warm.
True.
Yeah.
That's probably the reason too.
Yeah, Moth Mom is like very like opposed to the cold, and we have seasons where I am. So unfortunately for her, it gets below 68 very often. So she's like, "Ay, mija, it's freezing out there." And she's wearing a winter coat in like the beginning of spring because it's that cold for her.
No, she's valid though.
Yeah,
Like
real. I do
she's
the
so
same.
valid for
I'll wear
that.
sweaters all the way into like May because if it's gonna be 60, if it starts with a 6, I'm wearing a sweater. I don't care if it becomes warmer later.
Exactly.
I gotta wear a sweater. I gotta put me
That's
first.
the logic.
Yeah.
Although we don't really have seasons here, so
Oh,
it's
good.
good for me.
Well, that's
It's
good.
good for me.
It still gets to 60 sometimes, I'm sure, like in December though.
Yeah, December, January,
Mm-hmm.
some of February. Right
Yeah.
now it's 80. It's in the high 80s.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think we're
Yeah,
getting
it's so
close to
warm.
70s or 80s now.
Summertime blessing.
I know. I do love summer, but I kind of miss the cold. Not super cold. I'm talking like fall weather where it's like 70s during the day. This is like early fall. 70s during the day and then the evening is a little bit cold, but like it's comfortable if you put on a sweater, you know?
I'm not usually out at night, so
Mm.
I guess it's all the same to me when it gets to be evening.
That's true. That's true. Like in university, you would really be able to feel like the weather temperatures. Like for me, because I always walked to class
Mhm.
because I liked to walk. So you can really feel like when it started to drop. Because like I had classes all day. So I always scheduled morning classes, a gap so I can nap, and then have one night class. So I'd always be up in the morning and then I'd be asleep for like from like noon to 3 usually. And then I'd get
You
up
would
again for
schedule a
night
nap
class.
gap?
Yeah,
That's
because
cute. What
they
the heck?
scheduled it in my freshman year. I had a 9 a.m. and then I didn't have class until 3. So I was like, well, I ate food at the dining hall, had
Okay, yeah, that makes
breakfast,
sense.
so
Yeah.
now what? Sleep. Sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was so, like, my sleep schedule was so healthy. And then I had a 3 p.m., a 4 p.m., and then a class at 8. So, you know,
I
chilling.
had to break my napping habit because I was spending so much daylight.
Yeah, I
Um,
know.
Although this is when I was 9 to 5 though, so it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't during like college days.
Yeah.
But I would like get off work and just sleep and wake up,
Mm-hmm.
and it was time to sleep. But
Yeah.
I would be up doing online things, I guess.
Yeah.
I
I
had
had
to
to
break my
stop
napping
napping
habit.
too.
There's
I'm
so much to
glad.
get done during the day.
No more
Although
naps
you're
for
an
us.
early riser, but it makes more sense. So it makes more sense for you.
Well, now because I go to bed, I get in bed at like 9 o'clock. All right, I'm done for the day. No one bothering me. I'm not getting up to go on my computer for anything. And then I'll be knocked out. I try to stay up and be cool. The latest I've gotten recently is like 10, 11, maybe.
To
And
stay up
then,
at night.
yeah, that's as late as I can handle these days.
Which time zone are you?
I'm in Eastern Standard Time.
Ah,
Yeah, so it's
you sleep
super
really
early.
early then. Oh
Yeah,
my
for
gosh.
everyone else, I'm like out. So people are like, "Oh, Junie, do you want to stream at 9 p.m.?" I'm like, "I'll be half awake by 10, but I'll try.
Oh my
I'll
god.
try. I do
That's very
try.
responsible though. What
Yeah,
the
I
heck?
do
That's
try to
super
have like
responsible.
time where I don't touch my computer. After 6 p.m., I don't do any work typically. So I turn off my computer and it's off for the rest of the day. So I have time to read, time to knit, time to do other things. And then every morning, 9 o'clock is when I start doing stuff.
That's the way to live though.
Yeah.
I approve of that. I can appreciate that. That's the way to live.
It's hard because I like to do things as soon as they come up. Like if someone messages me at like 9, hey, can you do blah, blah, blah? I have to be like, I'll do it tomorrow. But I just like want to just get up and turn on my computer and do it. But I know that I'm going to stay up until 3 if I do that. So I really put myself on an old lady
Ah.
slash little kid schedule of like, this is bedtime. This is when you get up every day. This is when you stop working every day.
So you want to, but it's a matter of like self-discipline.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh, you
I need
moved!
that. Yay!
Wow, you said ah, and then you moved. That was
We are so
magical.
alive.
Yeah, we're
We
so
are so
back.
alive.
Yeah, incredible.
I'm gone. I'm back. We are so back.
We never even left. Don't worry.
Exactly.
Yeah, wow. I like that we kind of match. Your hair is close to mine. It's a good color
Right?
palette. Yeah.
Honestly, it is. It would look so good in like fan art together.
Listen, we can make this happen. My hair is going to be like
So yeah.
blonde to purple very soon. So hopefully, because your hair is more pink,
Ah,
we
you're
can
going
really match.
redesign or just a full size model?
Oh, I already have a
We'll
full
have to
size model.
continue.
I just haven't revealed it yet for the
Oh
redesign.
right. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. Yes.
I know.
Do you have I don't remember. Do you have a debut day out?
I really want to hold out until fall because I'm fall like vibed. So I'd like to have like a fall debut, but I don't know if I can hold out that long. I might give up in August.
August is fall, isn't it?
August is still summer. I just want to
I
make
mean, the
it to
fall
like.
semester starts in August. It may as
It's
well be fall.
true. I want to hold out till like September 1st. Like, please. I think I can do it. I'll try.
In the meantime, what are you gonna do? What are you like doing to like prepare then?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm planning merch. Um, I want to do what are they called? The thingies, voice packs. So I'm working on that. But I'm trying to theme everything around fall. So I really have to hold out, or else it's not gonna match the vibe. I need to wait until September. I must. That's
Whenever
why.
you debut,
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait
Oh,
because your
thank
designs are
you.
so good.
Thank you. I
Your
tried.
designs are just like incredible.
I'm glad that I drew this one. Like I was really trying to decide like my next steps from this model. And I'm like, well,
Mm-hmm.
I leaned into the art thing at first and I thought that was cool, but it didn't really fit me because I'm more of a cozy kind of person. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right, well, I think an antique shop would be cool, like something like that. So I made my dress to look like a lampshade. And I'm like, all right, this is cooking. And I was back and
Oh
forth
my
for a
gosh,
few
it does look
months.
like that.
Yeah. And it's got the little dangly thing on the left side. Well, I guess my right, your left is like a little pull tab for the lampshade.
I didn't know that. What the heck? Wait, I'm bamboozled. Seriously, what?
Yeah, and I'm a moth, so it kind of works out. You know?
Have you found your lamp tuber yet?
I have found a lamp tuber like a few years ago named Lampert VT, but I'm not sure if he
Mm-hmm.
still streams. But it's very funny. He's got a lamp head. But then there's also Django because he's a genie in a lamp, a genie lamp. So that kind of counts too. I'm thinking me and Django getting summer art, moth lamp.
That's cute.
I know he's summery, so I think that'd be cool. We'll see how it goes. But do you have any big plans?
Hmm. I'm working on my next cover, which should release this
Ooh.
month.
Ooh!
I don't have any huge, super duper huge plans,
That's
honestly
huge.
speaking.
It's a
Well,
cover.
I want to release like a cover a month,
Whoa.
but nothing else super bigly, hugely, duperly, hugely, bigly planned.
That's
Nothing else aside
super
from
big
that.
though. I think that's massive. I love watching covers. Every time I watch a Jemmy cover for the first time, I cry.
Demi's such an amazing singer. I love
She
her music
is.
too.
I do
Ah.
love her, and I know that you're just as wonderful. I teared up watching her karaoke. I just love listening to people sing because everyone sounds so different and they use their gifts.
Thank you.
Yes, please keep singing. I was gonna say keep singing forever, but maybe retire one day. But please keep singing.
I'm
You
willing
know?
to sing forever. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that seems like demanding. So maybe at your leisure, whenever you're comfortable, please continue.
Consider it. Thank you.
Yeah, please just put the option on the table at some point.
Ay, ay.
Yeah, but I'll definitely link your cover when it comes out on this video
Mm-hmm.
after it releases. Maybe I'll put this on Spotify. Who knows? You a podcast app
Oh.
person. Maybe.
You should. Hold on. You should.
Yeah?
Varnish and Teacakes is such a good name too.
Thank you, because I'm a painting, and paintings have varnish on it, and we're having tea. But it's not necessary you have tea, but tea cakes are good.
Am I in the painting right now, or did you come out of it?
I come out the painting and entertain the guests before the antique shops on Saturday morning, before it opens.
Okay. Nice,
Yeah.
nice. It's lovely in here.
Thank you. I'm
Great
glad you
ambiance.
like it. Yeah, it's good vibes. Maybe I'll edit in some jazz music, but maybe I won't. A lot of podcasts don't have background music. It just seems fitting to me. Yeah, we'll see. But I'll put you on there. It'll be cool. Yeah, it's a Mario 64 painting, except it's my pocket dimension. You can't go in there. That's my room.
What happens? I think I asked this already, but is it possible for someone else to enter into your room?
Probably not.
No.
I fear.
If they succeed, will they die?
I don't know. I try not to let people in there. That seems like a bad idea. Mixing media, you know?
Yeah,
like I'm
that
oil
makes
paint,
sense.
so that I don't know what happens to people when they turn into oil paints. Probably not good
They
things.
cease to exist, huh?
Oh, maybe on this plane. Man, I don't know if I want a permanent roommate. Like, I like you guys, but not that much.
They'll just be like a statue, like a mannequin, the backdrop.
You know? Maybe. But that seems very, like, morbid, you know? So maybe I'll just leave them out. Yeah. You can visit the antique shop whenever you like, but, you know, maybe not that. But again, thank you so much for spending time this morning. I know it's early.
Thank you for having me. I'm freezing in the painting, I think. I think we accidentally snuck in here.
No! Don't worry.
Some part of my being snuck in there.
We'll sort it out. I think
I'm
you look so
entering
sweet.
mannequin mode.
No!
Thank you. But thank you so much for having me.
Of course,
For
this
the
was so
conversation,
fun!
for the tea, the water, the coffee cake, the croissant.
I'll provide more tea next time.
Especially the tea.
Yeah. I cooled it down just for you. But yeah, this was like the first episode, which it's so silly to call it an episode, but maybe that's what we're doing. Okay, where can people find you and when will you be streaming next?
People can find me on Twitch, on YouTube for my songs, on TikTok for my shorts, on Discord through my card, by the username Shining Sion on all of those platforms. And when I'll next be live, probably Monday, because I do karaoke on Mondays.
That's exciting. Well, I'm excited to see you. You know, you guys can find me here, YouTube, twitch.tv, maybe another platform if I post this on Spotify. Who knows? We'll see if it gets there. I'm streaming every day in the month of June, so I'll be here. I'll see you every tomorrow for the entire month. Basically, I can say I'll see you tomorrow and mean it. Every day.
All right.
But thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see everyone very soon. Goodbye, friends!
Thank you. Bye, everyone.